Yo guys, so this is part 2 of the experiment. So let's just do a quick recap. So League 2, Liverpool United are through, FA Cup, Arsenal and Arsenal beat Fulham in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, Aston Villa beat West Ham. That was won by Newcastle. Wrexham, Accrington and Barrow get relegated. We could see the Championship, West Brom, Southampton, and those 3 teams get relegated. Yeah, so actually Walsall survived relegation even though they're a League 2 team. That I guess that Premier League money helped them survive relegation. I think I already showed this, but let's just look at Champions League. Atletico Madrid, Europa League, Sevilla, Fulham lost in the final. Conference League, Trabzonspor, Bournemouth lost in the final. Okay, so Liverpool and Manchester United and Spurs are the teams in League 1. And the rest should be in the Championship. Yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City. The season has ended. League 2 isn't really relevant anymore, because none of the Prem teams are in it. FA Cup has been won by Everton. Man City lost to Leeds, so no Big 6 teams were anywhere near winning the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, and Newcastle United beat Liverpool. Okay, and EFL trophy doesn't matter, but United won. Let's see who won that. Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid. It's a Madrid derby, and they won in the final. Let's see how teams did. So Newcastle came second. Aston Villa came second. Okay, so there are two of the Prem teams made it. Everton topped their group with Atletico Madrid, who made it to the final. Crystal Palace came in second. So all of the Premier League teams have made it from their groups. Europa League, Leverkusen won. Arsenal made it to the quarterfinals before being dumped out by Leipzig. And Arsenal actually beat West Ham in the round of 16. Trabzonspor almost won a second Conference League in a row, but this time Braga wins. Fulham topped the group with 15 points. Beat Hibs, and then they lost to Braga. Alright, in League 1, Liverpool, Manchester United get promoted. Spurs have to go through via playoffs. Championship, Arsenal, Chelsea have made it. So they're the first 2 teams to be back in the Premier League. Man City are gonna go in the promotion playoffs, but let's be honest, they're probably gonna win that. Who got relegated? Wrexham has survived multiple. I mean, Wrexham did survive this season. Walsall got relegated this time, but yeah, I'm quite impressed by Walsall and Wrexham for surviving the Championship, even though they're a League 2 team, played in the Premier League, then got immediately relegated. What happened there? Aston Villa won the league. Where is Newcastle? They finished 9th. They won the league last year. I don't know what happened. West Brom, Southampton, and Middlesbrough get relegated. So I think that's all the newly promoted teams immediately relegated again. So let's quickly look at the stuff. So FA Cup, Aston Villa beat Brighton. Carabao Cup, Aston Villa beat Everton. So they won both of the cups. Let's see if they won the domestic treble. I'll see that in a second as I first look at the Champions League. Dortmund beat Barca 2-1. Yeah, so Everton got dumped out by PSG. Benfica dumped out Aston Villa. And Wolves lost to Napoli in the round of 16. Did any Premier League teams get grouped? I think maybe one of them did. Yeah, Brentford are in Europa League. And Monaco won Europa League. Brentford lost to Antwerp in the preliminary round. And West Ham got sent to the Conference League. Brighton also got sent to the Conference League as well. Teams did here. And Villarreal won the Conference League. Brighton made it to the semi-finals, but they lost to FC Twente. I don't know. Yeah, and they actually beat Newcastle in the quarterfinals. West Ham lost to Villarreal, which is the team that ended up winning, so it's not bad. Who won the league? And it was Arsenal, but it was actually very close. Aston Villa came second just off goal differential. Fulham came third, Everton fourth, Newcastle fifth. Where was Man City finished 13th? Okay, and Chelsea finished 15th. Brighton got relegated. Wow. And somehow Luton Town's been here for so long, but now they've finally been relegated. But yeah, Spurs, United go to the Premier League, Liverpool in the playoffs. They'll probably make it. But yeah, I just found it pretty crazy how bad Man City and Chelsea have done. Also, Wrexham survives relegation again. So Wrexham are looking like a lower table championship team now, instead of a League 2 team, because they've, spent that money, spent the Premier League money on some better players, and now they're doing pretty well. And as you can see, Barrow are in League 1 and they're in the promotion playoffs. So that's interesting. So they're probably they could be going back to the championship. So it looks like it's also benefited these League 2 teams, since they've made a good amount of money. They're a lot better than a League 2 team now. Although Walsall, they went from surviving relegation in the championship to now getting relegated back all the way back to League 2. See how we do in the FA Cup. Well, what team does well in the FA Cup? And it's Arsenal winning the cup against West Ham. Carabao Cup, Manchester United won. So yeah, Big Six doing well in the cups. Super Cup doesn't really matter. Champions League, and Fulham has won the Champions League. Fulham. Okay. They beat Real Madrid. And then they beat Dortmund, and then they beat Napoli. How did they do that, bro? Okay, well, let's look at the Europa League then. And Roma beat PSG to win the Europa League. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Leeds lost in the final. Okay, interesting. West Ham almost beat PSG. They were actually ahead by quite a lot in the first leg, but then PSG won in the second leg. It's unfortunate. Roma beat Newcastle. And so Leeds obviously lost to Marseille. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, at least a Premier League team outside of the Big Six has won European competition, the Europa League, where Fulham won. So let's take a look at the championship then first, before we look at the Premier League. And this time Wrexham does get relegated. Same with Barrow. But they lasted a very good amount of seasons in the championship before getting relegated. Alright, Prem, let's see, and oh my god, Man City win. How? Like, they were 15th, I think, last year. How did they go from 15th to right back to first? It's like the game is like coded. It's coded for Man City to win every year. Arsenal came in second, United third, Everton fourth, Aston Villa fifth, Chelsea sixth, Newcastle seventh, and yeah, Liverpool came in 12th, which is good. Spurs got relegated. Okay, that makes up for it. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs came 19th with 32 points and are getting relegated right back down to the championship. Yeah, that has made my day. I thought it was going to be super boring, like they're just going to all be, like the Big Six will just be the top 6 teams in the table, but I'm so glad that Spurs got relegated to make it interesting. So yeah, that's the end of this video, so make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.